It's a very good thing for the NHL. And seeing the Florida Panthers and the Vegas Golden Knights in the finals, the reason is they're the two best teams and the two teams that are playing the best right now. So it's earned. Nothing was granted to these two teams. And I know the traditionalists, we can go back and there's an original six group that isn't happy. There's arguably a Canadian group that isn't happy. But I think the bottom line is they should study the way these teams have been constructed, the decisions they've made along the way, and the fact that there's a reason why they're there. Let's start with Vegas. They're only 6 years old. They've played in 15, this will be their 15th playoff series. I mean, that's remarkable. Twice to the finals, 4 times to the Final Four. And this hasn't been smooth for them, by the way. They've had 3 head coaches, all excellent. They've had 2 general managers in 6 years. And they've done something that a lot of teams, will say, well, you can't make trades in the NHL. Well, guess what? They traded for a star forward, Mark Stone. They traded for signed a free agent defenseman, Alex Pietrangelo. And they traded for a star center, the hardest thing to acquire, in Jack Eichel. So they've made trades. They've made hard decisions. They've managed their cap. And all that said, there's still 6 members of the original expansion waiver draft that are a big part of the group, including William Karlsson with 10 goals and Jonathan Marchessault with 9. But then they've performed. So that's Vegas. Florida, a team that won the President's Cup last year, decided essentially to break up the top end of their team. They traded the second leading scorer in the NHL, Jonathan Huberdeau, away. They brought in Matthew Tkachuk because they knew they needed to be better. So that's a huge risk. They had a coach in Andrew Brunette who done an excellent job filling in last year as an interim coach and then became the coach, but they made a decision they needed a different voice in Paul Maurice. These are both first-year coaches, and Paul Maurice and Bruce Cassidy in Vegas, and they've excelled. So for the traditionalists that aren't happy, they should look at the way that things are being done in their own market and saying, okay, we've got to be better. Because right now, from a playing standpoint, these are the two best teams in the NHL.